21st in the high.
How did we lose that? Did we lose it on wage? Did we lose it on a crime? Did we lose? Where did we lose
lost it on trust in government and in trust in each other. We are a nastier society. We're not helping each other. Even the giving part of America is going down. It's become a surly, nasty place, and it's showing in the declining happiness. So this is quite a drama. You know.
Welcome back to AfrigaZone, wonderful people in the diaspora and of the diaspora. Here I am back again with another content of video. You will love it. You will love it. This is AfrigaZone for Africa to win. On this channel, we talk about the diaspora. We talk about the latest. We talk about back to Africa, the return back to Africa, including the transition, beyond the transition, and how to invest and sustain yourself as a diaspora, as a returnee back to Africa, how to sustain yourself, how to make a living, how to invest in Africa, which are the sectors of investment in Africa. This is what this channel, this is what we discuss, we network, we talk about on this channel. Today, I am here with this video to ensure that you get most of the information, you get the fullness of information of what is happening globally, why people are massively returning back to Africa, why people are setting their eyes on the great nation of Ghana, West Africa, Central Africa, countries like Tanzania, countries like Kenya, countries like Ghana, why people are returning, why the diaspora, the African diaspora, those who left Africa, have made a living over here, are returning. The African American who have been brought over here 400 years ago, they are descendants, their children, they are going back. Africans who have led the continent through the enslavement of the Atlantics to Jamaica, to the islands, to Trinidad and Tobago, to Belize, to Bahamas, they are returning back home and they are finding peace at home. What is the reason behind it? Let's talk about it after you watch this small clip of video that will help you understand so many things that are happening. We can't talk about the return back to Africa without talking about geopolitics, without talking about inserting all the reason here and there. Watch this video. I'll be back with you. Wonderful people of the diaspora, here is my first store. AfrigaZone is now going productive, and our motto is for Africa to win. And our revenue, let you know that our revenue, the 50% of our revenue goes to helping people in Africa, the less privileged than us, in supplying their school materials and assets. So do not hesitate to visit the store through this link, afrigazone.merchpass.com, and you'll see my product, and all over the world it can be ordered and it'll be delivered to your door effectively. And I'm announcing this to our community to support me and to support AfrigaZone in the journey of moving back to Africa, and also participating in the development, participating in the emancipation of our continent. Thank you very much.
Can't compare Denmark with the United States, can you?
Well, you can't, because the Danes are happy and the Americans are not.
But come on, it's not the same nation.
It's not the same nation, but we are sliding. That's the drama.
Our
of this
vector
year's
is
report.
moving right now.
Boy, we are going down.
What is the key observation of this report versus last year?
10 years ago, we were 4th in the high-income world. This time, we're 21st in the high-income world.
How did we lose that? Did we lose it on wage? Did we lose it on a crime? Did we lose? Where did we lose it?
We lost it on trust in government and in trust in each other. We are a nastier society. We're not helping each other. Even the giving part of America is going down. It's become a surly, nasty place, and it's showing in the declining happiness. So this is quite a drama. The countries at the top this year: Norway, Denmark, Iceland, Switzerland, Netherlands, Canada way up there. But the United States in a free fall. That's the news today.
Jeffrey, what follows what? Does happiness lead to better GDP, or does only better GDP lead to more happiness?
Well, the bottom line is actually how do we like life? Because U.S. GDP is not a problem. The U.S. GDP is at an all-time high. We've had economic growth. We have incredible wealth at the top, but the society is not doing well. So the question is, what are we after? Are we after a GDP number, or are we after being a happy country and a decent country? And we're losing that part.
Right, but how do you fix it? And I know it's not a fix that you can just tell me, well, let's do this. But is it education? Is it innovation?
First, one of the dramas in the United States is the collapse of trust in government. Our politicians are liars. Our politicians are on the take. And so American people say our political system is rigged. And it is, unfortunately. It's billionaires day and night, and it's money day and night, and it's lobbying day and night, and it's not the wishes of the American people. So,
thank you for continuing tuning in, and I hope you learned something from this video. America is not a great place anymore. The US is not a great place anymore. The US, the nations of the US, the country called the land of opportunity, is no longer a land of opportunity. It is utopic right now. It is an utopia saying that America is a land of opportunity. Opportunity for who? For who? I've been living in this country for 20 years, and I know what I'm talking about. I am part of those that make the movement back to Africa. I am in preparation. America is not a great place to live anymore. You know, happiness stems of caring for others. Happiness stems of taking care of others. Look up for others. Cherishing others. Not entirely somebody's problem should be completely your problem, but helping others also. In American society, the gap between the rich and the poor is huge, very huge. I've been in this country since 2004. I visited here in 2002 also. But when I came to reside, it was 2004. Since 2004, I've been in the United States of America. In 2007, during Obama terms, until now, we have two recessions already. Two economic recessions. One in 2007 to 2010, and the second one has started after right in the pandemic. So within 15 years, we have two recessions, economic recession. The second one is much more global, but it's affecting the way America is handling things. For those, on the other side of the world, and especially, in the motherland of Africa, in Ghana, they are asking, why? What is the reason behind African Americans and the diaspora are returning massively, to Africa? Because here it's done. Here is done right now. It is done. It is done. The happiest countries, after the research showed that Denmark is on top of the list, Norway is on top of the list, country like Switzerland is on top of the list. Why? When you see right now, wonderful people of the diaspora and in the diaspora, when you see right now what is happening, the war that is happening between Russia and Ukraine, it is not really between Russia and Ukraine, it's between Russia, NATO, and America. It's a NATO, America against Russia. Look at massive amount of money, mammoth amount of money they are putting behind the war. While people are hungry here, people are suffering here in the United States of America just to feed themselves on a daily basis. The inflation is very high. The price and the cost of food right now has risen up to 30 to 35%. The gas at the pump. So if you don't have a decent job, you don't have a decent employment, and this comes to widen the gap between the rich and the poor. Everything is about the rich. And it talks about people in America, the majority of people. If something is happening, when we talk about America, we are not talking about, the 99%, the population. the common American. We are not talking about the common American that make the decision. It is 1% on the top that make the decision for the whole America. The elites. It's the elites. It's the elites that make the decision for the 99%. They are the one financing the war. They are the one deciding. They are the one shutting down things, making things run. At the end of the year, they got tax break. Where those taxes that have been taken from the poor. Anytime that the middle class, the population is rising, the middle class is kind of like establishing, the most of the population are establishing themselves in the middle class. They have to trigger, something, so that everything can slide back. People that are middle class go back to the lower level, and they getting the tax break and they are above. That's what it is. So when people are massively coming back home, one of the reasons is that America is not a happy place. America is not a decent place when it comes to moral, when it comes to economics, when it comes to disparity, of goods, when it comes to, the government looking up to its population. 2 out of 7 is very poor in the United States of America. 2 out of 7 is very poor. They wait for the government to eat on a monthly basis. There's something here called food stamps. 2 out of 7 Americans are on food stamps. There's a disparity, there's a racism, there's shooting everywhere, there's fear. Whenever there's fear, there's no happiness. When you're on the street, your children left home to go to school, there's fear. Everyone is scared. You leave or you drop your children at school, you don't know what's going to happen. Just recently, myself, at my child high school, here in Chicago, during whatever they call it, the Halloween celebration in last year, October, somebody came with a costume of a Nazi movement. I mean, Nazi movement. Imagine what happened recently also in Germany. Someone came and shot 100 times at the religious organization field. So, just to let you know, when people are returning massively, we are looking, as myself, we are looking for peace. There's no price for peace. So, to my beloved, America is not it no more. I will stop here. I will look up to you in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe, share this video. Let's do it. Back to Africa is becoming a movement. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you next time. Thank you. AfrigaZone, Africa to win.